In today's video, I will be sharing with you how I make cabbage egusi. This is a continuation of our series, African Made Healthier. Hello again, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is YAJE and my passion is wellness. I do share weekly videos on this channel, cooking videos such as this one, videos on wellness, mindset, and gardening. My mission is to encourage women to take charge of their health. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Please do subscribe and turn on notifications as well.
Let me introduce you to the ingredients for the cabbage egusi. Of course, you need cabbage. This is about 1 kilogram or 1 head of a medium cabbage. I'm going to slice this in a minute. And then I am going to use egusi. This is about maybe 2 cups of ground egusi. And then in here I have crayfish, locally known as njanga, for flavoring and also adds protein and that smoky flavor. And then here I have smoked fish. This is kuta fish for that smokiness and a source of protein as well. And then in here I have some plum tomatoes, about 4 of them, 1 large onion. And then here is my green seasoning from the other day. If you watched that poulet DG video, you saw that I made the green seasoning, which is just a blend of ginger, garlic, parsley, and celery, okay, to flavor my cabbage egusi with. And in the cabbage egusi, I am going to add a little bit of bitter leaves. This is already parboiled bitter leaves, about maybe 250 grams, half of a pound or so of the bitter leaves. So it's like a 1:4 ratio kind of thing. This is about 1 kilogram, okay? And we're going to cook this with oil, of course. I will use olive oil, but you can use any other good quality oil.
So what are you cooking?
I'm cooking cabbage egusi. Yeah.
For this recipe, I used goat meat as the protein. If you don't like goat meat or if it's not available to you, feel free to substitute that with chicken or regular beef. Try to use the best protein that you have available. But I'll tell you, the goat meat adds a different type of flavor. So let me challenge you to excite your taste buds by trying something different. So I'm just seasoning the goat meat now with some black pepper, white pepper. And I added 2 seasoning cubes. The thing with seasoning cubes is it makes the food hyper palatable, so just be careful. I added anise seed. Anise seed is my new favorite seasoning. It really adds a different type of flavor to this, which I like. Onions, and then I'm going to cook this in the instant pot just because of time. It cooks in there for about 35 minutes and it's ready, but you can cook it on the stove top as well. The idea, ladies, is just to season your goat meat according to your taste, your preference.
I'm going to steam this for a while to have the goat meat properly seasoned, and then I will put the lid on the instant pot and cook it. I have deboned and filleted the fish and cut it up into bite-sized pieces.
You know, I always serve you a recipe with a side of education. So let's talk about the star ingredient in this recipe, which is cabbage. Cabbage is a superfood. It's affordable, it's accessible, and it is packed with a bunch of nutrients. It is low in calories, high in fiber, hello weight loss, and it also has phytonutrients that help bind to estrogen, excess estrogen, and detoxify that estrogen. So ladies, you really want to include cruciferous vegetables such as cabbage into your diet as much as possible.
Our pot is hot, and as always, we want to measure how much oil
Don't eyeball it. The best thing to do is measure. 2 tablespoons is good. And we're going to saute our onion. You don't need that much oil. We're going to cook this down for about 2 to 3 minutes, okay? So next, I'm going to add the pureed tomatoes. And then I'll add some of that green seasoning, which is a mix of garlic, ginger, celery, and parsley to flavor our cabbage there. The tomatoes have been cooking for about 3 minutes now. This is ground egusi. Just coming in with some hot water to cook the egusi in. Egusi is the local name for melon seeds. It's a particular type of melon though. If you don't have egusi, you can use pumpkin seeds over here in the West, in the diaspora, pumpkin seeds. But people, I do sell egusi. You know, I own a small business, Mama Ruth African Market, and I sell all of these ingredients from Cameroon. So if you need the egusi or the crayfish, smoked fish, you know who to contact. Gari and stuff like that, I do sell them. Email me, ladyyaje@gmail.com, and I can ship some to you if you are in the United States. Again, egusi is healthy, but if you're trying to watch your weight, you might want to just keep an eye on how much you're eating because it is high in calories. And I just added some bitter leaves there. Yep, cabbage egusi with a little bitter leaves. It adds just the right amount of bitterness, adds a little bit of green, and really adds a different type of flavor to your cabbage egusi. Definitely give this a try. My mom taught me this, but this was also reinforced by a friend. When I added the bitter leaves to the cabbage egusi, my husband could not have enough of it. I challenge you to try cooking cabbage egusi this way. Add a little bitter leaves and you can thank me later. You're welcome. Now I'm adding that goat meat that we cooked separately. You should smell these, people. It is already smelling so nice in this kitchen. I really do hope you give this recipe a try. It is not something to eat every day, but definitely something to cook like on a weekend. And it's large enough to feed a crowd. This can easily feed 10 to 12 people, okay? So if your soup is looking dry, and in African, when we say soup, we are referring to anything that we eat with fufu, okay? This is not soup in the traditional sense of the word, but this is cabbage, egusi, bitter leaf soup. All right, so if it's kind of dry, you can add some of that stock to it to improve on the flavor. I forgot to mention how I prepare my cabbage. All I do after shredding the cabbage is I add some salt to the cabbage, let it sit. That way it seasons my cabbage and then it draws out the water, and then I just massage it so it stays crunchy. I don't add water to it and all of that stuff. Try it my way. So I've added that cabbage and the powdered shrimp, and at this point our cabbage egusi or cabbage egusi bitter leaves. Cabbage bitter leaves egusi is almost ready. All we need to do now is just mix everything to combine, adjust the seasoning according to your taste. African cooking is more of a method, and you always customize it to your taste. You taste and adjust the seasoning as you go. Yep, our pot is almost ready. In fact, it's ready. I would like for you to note how much oil I use in this thing. It was not up to a quarter cup, okay? And it still tastes so damn good. I tell you, my husband loved it so much that I had to record the recipe and share with you, and so that I remember exactly what I did so I can repeat it. Yeah, that's how it goes. I hope you do give this recipe a try. You can have this with gari, you can have it with water fufu, you can have it with cocoyams, cassava, any starch of your choice. But if you're trying to control your weight, manage your weight, all of that good stuff, just keep an eye on how much carbs you use. I say half a cup for ladies and maybe up to a cup for the men. That is good enough. Let me know if you like this video. Leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to love and care for that one and only you, and eat something healthy. Bye bye.